Hello and good day. Today we're going to be talking about trying to find an equation for a line that passes through 2 points. One way to accomplish this is to follow the steps shown on the screen here. First, we must find a slope between our 2 points using the formula m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And once we have our slope, we can take that and then the coordinates of either one of our points and plug those into y equals mx plus b to figure out the value for b. And finally, we will substitute these values for m and b into y equals mx plus b to get ourselves a specific equation. Right, let us go into an example, or else we shall dilly-dally a little too long. Our first example is asking us to find the equation for the line that passes through the points 1, 2, and 3, 7 seen here and here. To do this, we must first find the slope between the 2 points, and to do that, we must define one of our points as x1, y1, and the other as x2, y2. For the sake of simplicity, let's take the smaller x as our x1, so 1, 2 will be x1, y1, which means consequently that our x2, y2 will be our other point, aka 3, 7. And with our points defined, we can go ahead and plug into the slope formula, which we will write down in its entirety here just to make sure that we understand it. We have, of course, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And so now it's going to be a direct substitution. Our y2 is 7, and our y1 was 2. Our x2 was equal to 3, and x1 was 1. Notice here how the 7 and the 3 both come from the same point, just like the 2 and the 1 come from the same point. This is an important check. It will ensure that we are using the slope formula correctly. 7 minus 2, of course, is 5. 3 minus 1 is 2. And this right here is our m. m is equal to 5 over 2. And now from here, we will plug into the slope-intercept equation y is equal to mx plus b. We substitute values for y and for x from the coordinates of one of our points, and m, of course, is equal to 5 halves. Let's take the point 1, 2 to plug in here. So y is equal to 2. We get equals m was 5 halves. X was equal to 1. And we are solving for b. So we have 2 equals 5 halves times 1 is 5 halves plus b. And then we minus 5 over 2 from both sides. Like so. 2 minus 5 over 2 is the same as 4 over 2 minus 5 over 2. So negative 1 over 2. And this is our b value. Now we're equipped with everything we need for our equation. We have an m value, we have a b value, we can see them over here. Y is equal to, ready, 5 halves for m. We'll keep x as x, and then our b value, as we said before, was negative 1 half, so minus 1 half. So the equation that passes through our 2 points is y equals 5 over 2x minus 1 half. I should mention again that though we chose the point 1, 2 for our plugging into y equals mx plus b, we could just as easily have plugged in 3, 7 and come to the same conclusion. It doesn't matter so long as your algebra and your arithmetic are correct. If you feel as though you need more direction, just pick the point that you think is going to give you the easiest calculations. That's really the only thing that you're trying to accomplish here. Otherwise, as I said, the result is the same. Let us move on now to one final example. We're trying to find the equation of the line that passes through these points, negative 5, 3, and 0, negative 7. Like before, we will define our points as x1, y1, x2, y2. In this case, let us call x1, y1 the point negative 5, 3, which means that our other point x2, y2 is going to be, our other point of course, 0, negative 7. And now we'll find the slope. We will be cautious about where we put our different values, but suffice it to say m is equal to, our y2 is equal to negative 7, y1 was 3, x2 was 0, and x1 was negative 5. So negative 7 minus 3 is negative 10. Subtracting a negative is the same as adding, which means that our slope is going to be negative 10 over positive 5, which simplifies down into negative 2. This is our m value. Now we are going to substitute into our favorite equation, y is equal to mx plus b. We have to choose one of our 2 points. Might I suggest this one right here because of the 0. Plugging in 0 almost always makes our calculations much easier. Watch what happens. Y was -7, m was -2, x was 0, and we are solving for b. -2 times 0 is 0, which means on the right-hand side, we just have b left. So we just sort of get b for free here. -7 equals b. And now we substitute our m and our b into y equals mx plus b. This will give us y equals -2x minus 7. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the equation for the line that passes through our 2 points. And that's it. All you have to do to find the equation of a line that passes through 2 points is to first find the slope between the 2 points, as you can see here from our screen. Then you substitute the slope and the coordinates from one of your points into y equals mx plus b to solve for b, and of course you resubstitute back in at the end. Do rewatch this video if you have any concerns or questions, but of course nothing can ever supplant the effectiveness of good practice. So with that, I shall leave you. Good day.